Hey guys, welcome to Holistic Mojo. I'm Sahara Lee, coming to you from the forests of Sweden, where I'm out for a little forest walk today. And as I've been out, I've been doing a lot of thinking, and something that's come up for me is this idea around empathy and being an empath and what it means to be an empath. And what is being kind of perpetrated in the spiritual communities around what that means and what we're not being told about what that means. So what I'm seeing a lot of is, videos of people being like, if you're an empath, things are so hard right now, and you're feeling everything that's happening in the world. And then I'm seeing, other people posting on social media about how exhausted they are from everything that's happening in the world, all the violence that's going on, and all the shift and all the change, and how hard that is, and how tired they are. And I just kind of want to say, fuck you. You have a choice. You don't have to, it just feels very like, me. I'm so important. Look at me. I'm an empath. Fuck you, man. Every single thing on this planet is an empath. Every human, every animal, every plant, every rock, everything on a bigger level that's so much bigger than us feels or has the opportunity to feel. But it's a choice. So what is not being talked about ever, it seems, in spiritual communities or in New Age communities or hippie communities, the yoga community, all that stuff. What's not being talked about is that you get to choose how you want to engage with the world around you. You get to choose how you want to be the change. You get to choose how you want to process what's happening in the world. I am 100% capable of empathizing with everything that's happening in the world right now and seeing it for what it is and feeling it and exploring what it is in my body and how I am perpetrating the problem and where I can make the changes in myself and where I can make the changes in my community. I'm 100% capable of doing all of that without draining my own life force energy, without needing to die for the cause. And that, in that choice of how I engage with the rest of the world, there's so much more power in thinking for myself, because I'm not panicking under the weight of the world. I'm actually able to separate myself from the situation and go, is this thing that I'm hearing right now true? Is it true to me? Or is it something I'm being fed? Or is it something that is coming from my ancestors, or something that's coming from my family, or this little niche that I'm in? So when you take yourself out of this holier than thou position, when you don't believe it's all about you, there's so much power in that. There's so much ability to really see the bigger picture for what it is. So, yeah, everybody's an empath. Everybody's psychic. You have the choice in how much or little you use it. So there's a lot of gray space in between. I'm not choosing to use it. I'm not choosing to use my intuition. I'm not choosing to use my empathy. I am just going to sit here and run off the program of what I've been taught and how I grew up and what's my society and my group, my church, my family, my tribe, what all those things have taught me. And fuck everybody else. And I'm going to bleed for the plants, the animals, the earth, the aliens. I'm going to bleed for everybody, because that's how I have to change the world. So there's so much gray space in there. There's so many nuances and different ways to heal the world and to heal yourself. So if you would like to let go of those beliefs that you're either one or the other, and that you don't have choice, and that you don't have free will in how you're going to engage in the world, and that you have to suffer and bleed, then I've got a little bit of a clearing for you. So if you're new to theta healing and energy healing and you've never done anything like this before, the thing I love about it is that I ask before I download or delete anything. So what I do is I go up into like the big umbrella of energy in the world. I go up to the highest level and just connect into it. And then anybody who wants this healing can have it. So I work specifically one-on-one with people, or in this case, with group consciousness. And there's no time in group consciousness. So if you're watching this 3 years from when it's done, all you have to do is say yes, and you're still going to get the healings and the clearings that we talk about here today. So if that sounds cool to you, stick with me. If that sounds too woo-woo for you, maybe stick with me, or I don't know, go walk the dog, whatever. So if you do want to do this healing, go ahead and come into your heart center and take a couple deep breaths. And you want to stay in your heart center because this is kind of your temple. It's the center of your being where nothing else can reside. So if you gain the ability in life just to connect to your heart, you're already way ahead of so much out there. Because we don't work from our hearts, we work from everywhere else. And that's where all of our programs are. That's where our family is. That's where society is. That's where all those unconscious beliefs reside. So stay in your heart. And if you would like this clearing or these clearings and these downloads, when I say them, just say out loud, yes. Do I have permission to teach you Creator's definition and perspective on choice and free will? And do I have permission to teach you Creator's definition and perspective on discernment, and that it is safe, possible, and what it feels like to have discernment and use discernment on making your choices and using your free will? Do I have permission to remove the belief I have to suffer to make a change in myself, in others, and or the world? Do I have permission to teach you Creator's definition and perspective of change and what that means in reference to everything, actually? Let's just make that an umbrella reference to what change means in reference to everything in life. Do I have permission to teach you what it means to embody the changes necessary, and that you are safe, confident, and comfortable embodying these changes and what it feels like to embody these changes without suffering, without trauma, drama, violence, without needing to be a martyr? Do I have permission to remove the belief I have to hold all of the pain of the world, and I have to feel all of the pain of the world, and I have to take it into my body? And can I instead teach you that you can provide a safe space of support for the healing of yourself, for your community, for your family, for your lineage, for the world? And it is safe and it is possible to do that, and what it feels like to do that, to provide that safe space without giving too much of yourself, without giving away your own life force energy, without feeling all the pain of the world, without being a martyr, without trauma, drama, violence, judgment, or guilt. And can I teach you how to use the discernment of when and how you choose to provide that support. Can I remove the belief that taking a break from the healing of yourself or the world is wrong? And can I instead teach you that it is okay to hold healthy boundaries around the healing of yourself and others? And can I also teach you Creator's definition and perspective on healthy boundaries and how those healthy boundaries work in relation to your everyday life, as well as the healing of yourself and the healing of others? And can I teach you how to use discernment on those boundaries, when and how to set boundaries in the highest and best way for yourself and others? And can I teach you that it is safe, possible, and what it feels like to hold healthy boundaries in every aspect of your life in the highest and best way, without needing to experience trauma, drama, pain, violence, judgment, guilt, without needing to bleed, without needing to suffer? All right, let's see what else there is here. Okay. Can I teach you what it feels like to allow other people's emotions and experiences and realities to flow through you, almost like a ghost would walk through your body, and that you can experience that and take what you need in the highest and best way from their experience without it getting stuck in you, without you needing to take it on, without it feeling sticky or slimy, without it crossing your boundaries, without it being violent towards the other person, meaning that you don't take their experience from them, and you don't try to fix it or take it away. You simply hold space for their reality, for what they're going through. You hold space for their healing. You hold space for them to be able to ask you for what they need, for the help that they need. That you don't go in and fix that. Instead, you sit back and you allow them the space and the support to figure out what they need, and a safe space, provide that safe space for them to actually be able to ask for it. And then you have the discernment of how you want to respond to that. Ooh, okay. Let me finish downloading that. Whew. Okay. Can I remove the belief that I have to pay the bill, so to speak, for the transgressions of my ancestors, for the transgressions of my family, for the transgressions of my lineage, of my history? And can I replace that with, I I know what it feels like, and I know it is safe and is possible, and I already do choose and have the discernment of this choice. Choose how to instead heal those wounds within myself so that I can then sit in the energy of love and forgiveness. And then from that space, I can teach others love and forgiveness in the highest and best way. So what that means is I don't have to pay the bills for what my lineage has done or what my family's done or my ancestors, because I can't. It's just not possible to do. It's just not possible. But I do need to hold them accountable, and how I hold them accountable. Like, I don't need to be held accountable. I need to hold them accountable. And how I do that is by listening and empathizing and hearing the stories of how my history and my privilege and my reality now affects other people still to this day. And then I can be a space, just a really safe space to provide that change. Because once I can see what's been going on, and I stop pushing away the experiences of like, I didn't do this was somebody else. Once I stop pushing that uncomfortable resistance, that uncomfortable truth away, then I'm given the opportunity to really listen and hear what's going on. And I'm not hearing other people through my own bullshit, essentially. So once you can clear all that stuff out, then you can really be a space for change, because you're not in resistance. It's not like, ew, that's uncomfortable. It's like, yeah, that's uncomfortable. That really happened. That's shitty. How do we not let that happen again? So, yeah, if I can teach you that, how to sit. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Can I remove the belief that uncomfortable realities and uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable sensations are bad and I should move away from them? And can I replace it with, I know it is safe and it is possible to feel discomfort of every kind without needing to take it on, without needing to be a martyr, without needing to bleed, without needing to suffer, without needing to react. And that it is safe and it is possible, and what it feels like to instead listen without my own filter, and to respond with action and choice and free will instead. If you'd like that removal and download, go ahead and say yes. And I think that's probably where we'll leave it. Whew. All right. So, if you're still with me, great work clearing that stuff. It's sometimes really nice to go out into nature after doing a clearing and just get grounded. If you're not familiar with grounding techniques, you can head on to my YouTube page, and there is a morning meditation, which is a great grounding and heart centering meditation. I mean, just get barefoot, hold your energy in your heart, and then keeping your awareness in your heart, move your energy all the way down into your feet, down into the floor, through all the layers of, building or concrete or whatever, until you hit earth, go through all the layers of the earth, connect into the center of the earth. And then I look at it like it's a little carabiner, and I just hook into the center of the earth, and then I pull all my energy, along with earth energy, back up through all those layers, through my legs, through my whole body, back up into my heart, and then out into my aura, which is like a little hamster bubble around you. So yeah, great work. Just more listening, less reacting is what we all need in this world, and a lot more love. So thanks for being here with me out in the forest in Sweden, and I hope this was helpful.